Roll call, Clerk Gollett.
Spitali. Vines.
Here.
Kalwinski. Torres. Higgs.
Yes.
Emerson.
Here.
Warple.
Here.
Rakels.
Here.
Markovich.
Here, let the record show 9 here and 0 absent. Approval of claims, Councilman Warple.
Reading in the minutes.
Reading in the minutes, I'm sorry, Councilman Spitali.
President, make a motion to accept the minutes from August 12, 2019, and be placed on file, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Spitali, second by Councilman Emerson, that minutes be placed on file. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Public hearings, we have none?
No. Claims.
Brother.
You're one step ahead.
There you go. Approval of claims, Councilman Warple.
I make a motion that we accept the claims as submitted, beginning with claims dated 8/20/19 and ending with claims dated 8/21/19. Claim 4475 through 4815 inclusive in the amount of $12,627,178.20.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Warple, second by Councilman Rakos, that the claims be approved as stated. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Warple.
I'm going to make an amendment to the claims, claim number 4816, in the amount of $1,000 from the challenge, or to the Challenger Learning Center from Mayor's Gaming Fund.
Motion by Councilman Warple, second by
Second.
Councilman Spitali, that claim number 4816 be added to the claims as amended. Roll call on claim number 4816.
Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Torres. Higgs. Emerson.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes.
Rakels.
Yes.
Markovich.
Yes, claims as amended, 8 in favor, 1 absent. Claims as amended, roll call.
Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Torres.
Yes.
Higgs. Emerson.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes.
Rakels.
Yes.
Markovich.
Yes, the claims approved, 8 in favor, 1 absent. Committee reports. Are there any committee reports?
Communications or?
Public hearings and communications.
Communications, I'm sorry. Is there any communications?
Mr. President,
Councilman Rakos.
on Thursday, August 29th, during all hours of operation, HC3, a group of business owners and citizens whose goal is to beautify and improve Hessville neighborhood, and also acquired the Hanson Branch Library located in Martha in Alabama from the city of Hammond. HC3 needs your help in raising funds to restore their original windows in the building. This eventually renovated building will be recognized as a historical building locally and nationally, and please help us support with this Five Guys fundraiser. Remember to say that you're here for the HC3 fundraiser. That's at 8231 Calumet, Munster, at the Five Guys Burgers. You get 20% of all fundraiser sales and $1 for each milkshake.
Any other discussion on that? Any other communications? Any other communications? Any other communications is closed. Committee reports.
Mr. President.
Councilwoman Vines.
Yes, I'd like to let everybody know about the upcoming Community and Crime Watch meetings. Edison Community Watch, which would ordinarily have started back up now that school has opened the first Wednesday of the month, which would have been September 4th. Due to Mayor's Night Out being that evening, we've postponed that meeting to September 11th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. at Edison School. Harrison Park Crime Watch will meet Tuesday, September 3rd, 6:30 p.m. at the VFW on Homan Avenue. Irving Community Watch will meet Friday, September 6th, 9:15 in the morning at Irving School. This is a bilingual program. And we look forward to seeing everyone at the meetings now that they're starting up again in full force, because community is not just about me, it's about us. Thank you, Mr. President.
Any other committee reports? Any other committee reports? Committee reports is closed. Ordinances for third and final passage.
There are none.
There are none for third and final passage. Item number 9A, introduction of ordinances. Councilwoman Venez. Or, I'm sorry, Clerk Golick.
Ordinance 1918, sponsored by Councilwoman Venez. An ordinance amending the following ordinances: 3456, 3851, 3947, 4304, 4307, 4588, 4942, 7658, 8383, 8552, 8602, 8814, 8889, 8893, 9197, 9204, 9208, and 9209, also known as sections 150.005, also 150.024, also 150.025, 150.27, and 150045, 156.11, and finally 156.20 of the Hammond Municipal Code as it pertains to certain fees and procedures of the Inspections Department relating to building contractors and permits.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Venez.
I move for first and second reading of 1918 and refer to council as a whole on September 9th at 5:15 p.m.
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman Venez, second by Councilman Warple, that 19-18 be passed on first and second reading, referred to council as a whole with a committee meeting at September 9th at 5:15. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President.
Councilwoman Venez.
Yes, in caucus, Attorney Smith gave us a summary of what this ordinance is. And just in a nutshell, what we're doing is we're kind of tightening things up in the inspections department. We're bringing some of the permit costs up to what other surrounding communities are charging. They also, let me see, they differentiate between residential and commercial, stop work orders. There's a whole series of things, and background checks have been done in the past, but now we're going to do it that allows us to use the technology that is available to us, not just for the city of Hammond, but for the country as a whole. So that's pretty much it, Mr. President.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Next item, resolution. City Clerk Golick.
Item 8, Resolution 19R-20, sponsored by Councilman Spitali. A resolution authorizing the Hammond Police Department to apply for a 2020 Comprehensive Highway Injury Reduction Program, also known as CHIRP grant.
Mr. President,
Councilman Spitali.
move for final passage of 19R20.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Spitali, second by Councilman Higgs for final passage and adoption of Resolution 19R-20. Any discussion?
President,
Councilman Spitali.
have Lieutenant Vicari come up front, please.
Good evening, Council. So this particular grant, it's a little bit different this year. Again, this originates from the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. In years past, we used to have the master grant, the Operation Pullover Grant, and there were several subsidiary grants that we were able to apply for after we got that master grant. This year, what they're doing is they're taking several of those subsidiary grants and putting them under one hat called Project CHIRP, Comprehensive Highway Injury Reduction Program. So it's the Operation Pullover Grant that we previously applied for, the Summer Impaired Driving Enforcement Program that we had previously applied for, and the Pedestrian Bicycle Safety and Crash Reduction Grants that we had applied for. The total for this is $180,000. This is a reimbursable grant. I failed to mention that in caucus, so I wanted you guys know exactly what it is. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to entertain them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call?
Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Torres.
Yes.
Higgs.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes.
Rakos.
Yes.
Markovich.
Yes. Resolution 19R-20 passes 9 in favor, 0 absent.
Item B, Resolution 19R-21, sponsored by Councilman Spitali. A resolution authorizing the Hammond Police Department to apply for a 2020 Lake County Drunk Driving Task Force grant.
President,
Councilman Spitali.
for final passage of 19R21.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Spitali, second by Councilman Higgs for final passage and adoption of 19R-21. Any discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilman
I'd like to have
Spitali.
Lieutenant Vicari come back up.
Once again, good evening, Council. This is an annual program that we've been participating in for a number of different years. Again, this is a reimbursable grant. It's part of the Lake County Drunk Driving Task Force. It's actually administered by the Hobart Police Department, and of course, we are a member of that task force. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to entertain them for you.
Any questions? Thank you, Pat.
Thank you.
Roll call on 19R-21.
Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Torres.
Yes.
Higgs.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes.
Rakos.
Yes.
Markovich.
Yes, motion passes 19R-21, 9 in favor, 0 absent.
Item C, Resolution 19R-22, sponsored by Councilman Emerson. A resolution recognizing and honoring the history of Dairy Bell in the city of Hammond and designating the block of 171st Street from Calumet Avenue to Jefferson as Honorary Dairy Bell Street.
Mr. President,
Councilman Emerson.
I move for final passage of Resolution 19R-22.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Emerson, second by Councilman Higgs for final passage and adoption of 19R-22. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Emerson.
I see that Mr. Kaleo is here from Dairy Bell, and I don't know if he wants to speak to the resolution or not. Sure. That's okay.
Hello, everybody. I've been with,
Please give your name and
I'm Nick Kaleo with Dairy Bell in Hammond. My family has owned it for the past 26 years. I started there when I was 13 years old. My grandma and grandpa taught me everything I know. And, sorry. It's been a part of my life for a long time, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. We continue to expand, and you know, we love the city of Hammond. It's always going to have a place in my heart. It's my second home. I grew up in Tinley Park, but I was in Hammond for a long part of my life, learning every aspect of the business. And, you know, for this to be passed is amazing. And I couldn't ask for anything more. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
Mr. President.
Councilwoman Venez?
Yes, I would just like to say that my family and I have immensely enjoyed taking the grandkids to Dairy Bell and introducing them to one of the flavors of the region, and it's just a real treat for us. Every year we go, you know what April 1st is? Dairy Bell opens, so thank you to you and your family. You have been a pleasure in our neighborhood. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Emerson?
I had a lot to say, but Mr. Kaleo summed it up, and I just want to wish them continued success in Hammond. And I've been going there for a number of years and had to switch to yogurt a short time back, but that's another story. Thank you.
The only thing I would offer to say is when my family's in the car when going down Calumet Avenue, are we stopping at Dairy Bell, Dad? And it's hard to say no when you're outvoted in the car, so. Any discussion? Roll call. City Clerk Golick?
The second page, Councilman Emerson, the blank of whereas designating the blank block of blank street.
Yes, Clerk Golick, it should read designating the 700 block of 171st Street.
Thank you.
Apologize for that.
We just have it blank.
Thank you, Clerk Golick. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Spitali,
Yes.
Venez,
Yes.
Kalwinski, Torres. Higgs, Emerson,
Yes.
Warple,
Yes.
Rakos.
Yes.
Markovich.
Yes, 8 in favor, 1 absent.
President Markovich, that concludes the reading of the resolutions.
Thank you. New and unfinished business.
Mr. President,
Councilman Warpo.
I'm going to be making a motion that the resolution we passed on June 24th, 19R17, for our appointment to the Lake County Convention and Visitors Bureau be rescinded for several reasons, one of them being for cause. And under Code 6923 subsection J of the Municipal Indiana Code, we can remove board appointees for cause. And I make that motion.
Motion by Councilman Warple, second by Councilman Spitali to rescind, is that it?
Rescind the June 24th, 19R17, and we have till, well, the September 9th meeting, we will be making the official appointment.
Is there any
December
other
9th meeting,
Is there any
September
other
9th.
discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Roll call?
Spitali,
Yes.
Venez,
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Torres. Higgs, Emerson,
Yes.
Warple,
Yes.
Rakos,
Yes.
Markovich.
Yes, motion passes 8 in favor, 1 absent. Any other new and unfinished business? Any other new and unfinished
Mr.
business?
President.
Councilman Emerson.
I received a email from Matt Reardon, and I'll just read it to you briefly. It says, "To all, congratulations to the Hammond Park Board and the City of Hammond, Indiana chapter of the American Society of Landscape Architects recognizes outstanding projects completed by individuals or organizations in the state of Indiana. These awards are given in an effort to raise standards of excellence, heighten public appreciation of quality landscape architecture, and expand public awareness. Entries to the INASLA Awards Program are juried by peers of the landscape architecture profession from outside the state of Indiana. This year's program was juried by members of the St. Louis chapter of the ASLA, and the category was Design Constructed Works over $1 million, and the winners were, number one, well, I'm assigning these orders, Edison Park, Hammond, Indiana, HWC Engineering, and Matt Reardon, who's affiliated with them, Jacobsville Complete Streets, North Main Street Revitalization, Evansville, Indiana, Roche Industries, Indianapolis, Indiana, Land Story Incorporated, and the Joyce Center, Green Roof, Notre Dame, Indiana, Anderson and Bolander, LLC. There is an event in September, and I have the date for you, for all. There is a ceremony at 502 East Event Center, 502 East Carmel Drive in Carmel, Indiana, Friday, September 27th, 11:30 a.m. There's lunch to 1 p.m. with the awards included, and that's Indianapolis time, and you know, everybody knows they're an hour ahead of us, so you have to leave early. Congratulations to Matt Reardon and HWC Engineering for this honor. The park, by the way, has been utilized way beyond what it was 2 years ago, so good job to everyone that was involved. Thank you.
Any other new and unfinished business? Any other new and unfinished business? New and unfinished business is closed. Public expression. For anybody that's new here, if you would like to address the city council on any issues or subjects, you can let us know now, we'll put you in. Right now, there is Michael Boyer.
Boyer, B-O-Y-E-R.
Okay. 817, 173rd or 175th?
That's correct, sir. 173rd.
Okay, please come forward to the podium.
Well, I was going to say the chivalry isn't dead and let her go first. Okay? That's what I was going to say, and if she has something
You're
to
the
say
only one
first.
that's signed so far, plus one other.
There's one down all the way at the bottom, I thought.
It's not a she.
He? Okay, my bad. Can I get my notes?
I'd like to remind you,
I haven't been here in a while, so
like to
apologize for that.
Michael, I'd like to remind you, you have 3 minutes. You're on a timer, so when 3 minutes are up, you're finished.
Then I'll have to speak quickly. I'd like to refer back to the petition that came to City Council June 9th, 2019, which was brought by Nathan Hololek from Mobile Specialties at 7241 Calumet Avenue. It's been a little while since I've been here, and it's been a while since I've addressed the City Council. I'm here to let everybody know that the situation in the two-way alley is now getting out of control. I've noticed a lot of people speeding through there. I do sit right at that picture window and work on my customized Hot Wheels as a hobby and as an income, and I see a lot of traffic through that alley. I'd like to refer back to the petition first because I've spoken to a lot of my neighbors on Woodlawn and other businesses on Calumet, and some people were under the impression that we were going to get speed bumps in Hammond. I'm going to name check Mr. Emerson here, who clarified for me that that is not possible in an alley. Am I correct about this? Okay. Nathan had told folks that speed bumps were possible, which to me doesn't sound right in reflecting this petition. Also, going back to January 9th, I see two people from Nathan's business on this petition, both at the same address. How many signatures are allowed as a business are allowed on the petition? Just the owner, or one or two, or three, or five? I will note that just below Nathan is Armando from Quality Upholstery. One signature, although he has more employees than Nate's. I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm going to tell you what happened to me today. I am a raging insomniac. I didn't go to sleep until about 3 o'clock this morning. 7 o'clock this morning, people are coming out of BMO Harris, hitting their ATM, going southbound toward 173rd, honk, 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 honk. Okay? My windows are open this evening, or last night, because it was beautiful outside. And by the way, Susan Stafford implored me to come tonight. I was almost going to stay home and skip it, but I decided no, I'm angry enough to show up. So I did. So I was woken after about 4 hours of sleep. I walked outside, saw all of the new garbage that is strewn across the alley, and I know where it came from. Noted that, and walked in front of a car that was going too fast because, in my opinion, he was going way over 10 miles per hour, even though he was going what should be, what I perceive, the correct direction, northbound. So I go back inside, I get a nap.
Lawyer, thank you very much. Your time has expired. I don't know if it's the 4th District or whatever. I would have you talk to your councilman.
I will definitely speak with Mr. Emerson.
You know what, you seem to think it's a safety issue as far as speeding and so forth. We have a Public Works and Safety that meets at 9 o'clock on
9
Thursdays.
o'clock on Thursday.
And I think maybe with your councilman, you probably should approach the Board of Public Works and Safety and bring that issue there. And I think you'll get it taken care of a lot quicker.
You can count on me being here Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you. George Stoya.
George Stoyer, Robertsdale. I must say I'm somewhat stunned by the announcement a few minutes ago that we've rescinded the appointment to the Tourism Board. To me, that's artificial. That issue was closed with the appointment of Raimundo. I don't know why it's being reopened unless it has to go as a standing or something. But what I'm wondering about is, are we getting a big enough bang for our buck here? This is the Tourism Board, okay? This is not, you know, what do they do for us? We have the marina, we have the gambling boats. What is the Tourism Board doing for us? You know, if this is a contest between the mayor and Spiros, well, then the mayor can fork out his own money. What's more, even if it's declared the special interest legislation, that doesn't necessarily nullify it. Many times the courts, anybody who's read that stuff, and I have, I'm not an expert, but I have read it, and a lot of times they'll say, yeah, it's special interest legislation, but it doesn't invalidate it. We're going to keep it anyway. So I don't know what we're gaining here. I don't know why the city council has to remain in that suit. They were out. If the city of Hammond wanted to stay into it, fine. Then they can wrestle with it. I don't know why this council's still in that suit. There's no reason for it. You had your appointment. I don't know why. And what's more, it said, oh, we're rescinding it for cause. What cause, actually? Why is nothing ever announced around here? We don't know anything. Everybody's always kept in the dark, unless you go back in the back room there. That's not where to conduct business. It's supposed to be out here. That's why we have the television and everything, not just show and tell here. You know, it's just, I don't have any words for it. I mean, it's so artificial. You know, unless you state the cause. So if you're saying, well, I don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, maybe I don't. But you're not enlightening anybody. You're supposed to be our representatives. The people are supposed to be paramount. And we're the last to know because you guys think you're our bosses. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think it stinks. After all, we're talking about 2020 caps, all the tax money. Oh, we're not going to have any money. But you guys are going after the tourism board? That's throwing good money after bad.
Chair would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Councilman Spitali, second by Councilman Warple. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.